Okay, now we'll take a look at what effect multiple bonds have on the geometry as well as unshared pairs of electrons. So if we start with CO2, CO2 has two double bonds and we see that the shape is linear. So what happens here is the double bonds basically are not affecting the shape. It's the same as if it were AX2, and in fact we call it AX2. If we take a look at, so let's look at this one. So COCl2, so these are the oxygens, and this is the carbon in the middle, and there's the double bond. So the bond angles here from around this way are 120, 120. So this one is AX3, and it is trigonal planar, so it's just like BF3, no difference. Okay, what if instead of COCl2 we take a look at SO2? Now in SO2 we have double bonded oxygen, single bonded oxygen. Of course there would actually be resonance here. And then we have this unshared pair. Now the unshared pair affects the geometry. It in fact pushes these two atoms down. So this one is AX2E, and the shape is bent. So if we take a look at, go back to methane for a second. So this was methane we looked at, which was CH4. And if we compare methane to, say, ammonia. So with ammonia, we have the nitrogen and then the three hydrogens, and then we have this unshared pair. So this one is AX3E. Again, these electrons up here are kind of pushing down and keeping these electrons in place. So this one is called a trigonal pyramid. Trigonal pyramid, AX3E. In fact, everything that's AX3E is going to be a trigonal pyramid. If we look at water, basically all we've really done in terms of the AXE is we've gone from AX3E to AX2E2. And we have the molecular shape looking like this. So the angle is still the angle that it was for the most part. It's pretty close to 109.5. The only thing you really have to keep in mind is that when you have these unshared pairs of electrons, this diagram doesn't really illustrate it, but they take up more volume, and so they push these two hydrogens a little closer together. So the actual bond angle in water is more like 105. So this is AX2E2. It's got a bond angle of about 105, and the shape is described as bent. So this chart summarizes what we've talked about. So it's the forms based on AX2 through AX4 with the effect of unshared pairs and also multiple bonds.